When you think about business success in Kenya, there's one name that comes up over and over again: the Kikuyu community. From the bustling streets of Nairobi's CBD to the green, fertile farmlands of central Kenya, from hardware shops to skyscraper real estate, the Kikuyu footprint in business is massive. But why? What makes them so dominant in the entrepreneurial scene? Is it purely hard work, history, or is there something deeper in their culture that makes them unstoppable? Today, we're breaking down the top 10 reasons why Kikuyus thrive in business, and along the way, I'll share some powerful stories that show exactly how they do it. Stay tuned, because reason number 3 might just change how you think about wealth creation in Kenya. Reason 10: Early exposure to trade. Business for many Kikuyus doesn't start in adulthood, it starts in childhood. From a very young age, you'll see Kikuyu children helping their parents in the family shop, weighing produce at the market, or even selling sweets to their classmates. This isn't just play, it's an apprenticeship. I remember hearing a story about a young boy in Nyeri who started selling boiled eggs at a bus stop when he was only 12. By 18, he'd saved enough to buy a second-hand motorbike and start a boda business. That grew into a small transport company with 3 vehicles by the time he was 25. This early exposure to real-world business situations, learning how to negotiate, keep customers happy, and handle money, builds confidence and sharpens instincts. By the time they're adults, many Kikuyus are already seasoned in the basics of running a business. Reason 9: Strategic location and history. Geography matters. The Kikuyu homeland is in the fertile highlands of central Kenya, an area perfect for farming. In pre-colonial times, this allowed them to produce surplus crops and trade with neighboring communities. Then came the colonial era, and with it, roads, railways, and Nairobi as the new administrative capital. Kikuyus were right next door to Kenya's new economic hub. They were among the first to adapt to urban markets, supplying Nairobi with fresh produce, dairy, and later, manufactured goods. Today, this strategic location still plays a role. Being close to Nairobi means easy access to markets, government contracts, and key transport routes. Historically and geographically, the Kikuyu community has been well positioned to spot and seize opportunities before others. Reason 8: Strong work ethic. There's a popular saying in Kenya: a Kikuyu never rests until the job is done. While it's often said jokingly, there's truth to it. The Kikuyu work ethic is intense: long hours, high consistency, and a willingness to do the grind work many shy away from. Think about the number of hardware shops, grocery stores, and transport businesses run by Kikuyus that operate from sunrise to late at night, 7 days a week. For them, business is not a side hustle, it's a lifestyle. This persistence often pays off. Even in tough economic times, Kikuyu businesses tend to survive longer because their owners are willing to adapt, cut costs, and push through challenges rather than giving up. Reason 7: Risk-taking spirit. Entrepreneurship is about risk, and Kikuyus are known for taking calculated ones. Whether it's moving to a completely different county to set up shop or investing in an unfamiliar industry, they're often willing to leap where others hesitate. I know of a Kikuyu family who sold their small dairy farm in Murang'a to buy land in Kitengela, an area that at the time was mostly empty. Friends thought they were crazy. Fast forward 10 years, and that land is now worth 15 times the purchase price, enough to fund multiple businesses. This appetite for calculated risk, combined with the patience to wait for results, is a key reason for their business success. Reason 6: Emphasis on savings and reinvestment. If you study wealth building habits, one pattern among many Kikuyu families stands out: they save aggressively and reinvest profits into growth. Instead of spending big after their first business success, many double down and expand. It's common to hear of Kikuyu shop owners who start with a tiny kiosk, then move to a bigger store, then open a second branch, all within a few years, because every shilling earned goes back into the business. Even culturally, there's pride in being known as someone who invests in land, property, or stock rather than someone who splurges on flashy consumption. This long-term thinking allows them to build wealth that compounds over decades. Reason 5: Strong community networks. One of the most powerful tools in the Kikuyu business playbook is community support. They don't just rely on banks, they rely on each other. The chama system is a prime example. Members contribute a fixed amount of money every week or month, then rotate payouts to fund each other's ventures. This creates interest-free capital for starting businesses or making investments. I once interviewed a Kikuyu woman who used her chama payout to buy her first matatu. She paid it off within a year and used the profits to buy a second one. Today, she owns a small fleet and employs 10 people. It's this culture of pooling resources, giving referrals, and mentoring younger entrepreneurs that keeps money circulating within the community and keeps businesses growing. Reason 4: Adaptability and diversification. Kikuyu entrepreneurs rarely put all their eggs in one basket. If a market slows down, they pivot. If one product stops selling, they find another. You'll find someone running a farm, a shop, and rental apartments all at once, not because they can't focus, but because they understand that markets change. This diversification spreads risk and creates multiple income streams. It's also why Kikuyu businesses survive even during economic downturns. When one sector struggles, another keeps them afloat. Reason 3: Mastery of real estate. If there's one investment Kikuyus are obsessed with, it's land. Culturally, land ownership is tied to identity, security, and status. Many will tell you, land never loses value. For decades, Kikuyus have been buying land in Nairobi, Thika, Kiambu, and beyond. Often, they'll buy when prices are low, then develop it or sell when the area grows. One famous example is the Gaikomba market area in Nairobi. Many Kikuyu families bought small parcels there decades ago, and today those plots are worth millions. The rent alone from buildings in that area has created generational wealth. This deep understanding of real estate, from farming plots to commercial buildings, gives them a stable asset base that can fund other ventures. Reason 2: Cultural pride and legacy building. In Kikuyu culture, success is often measured by what you leave behind for the next generation. It's not enough to be rich today. The goal is to pass on wealth, property, and businesses to children and grandchildren. This focus on legacy encourages strategic thinking. Businesses are structured to outlast the founder, and assets are protected for the family. It's why you'll often see 3 generations working in the same family business: the grandfather, the father, and the children, all learning the ropes together. Reason 1: Entrepreneurial mindset. Above all, what sets the Kikuyu community apart is mindset. Many grow up believing that employment is a stepping stone, not the final goal. Even professionals with well-paying jobs often have a side business or are saving to start one. This entrepreneurial spirit fuels constant innovation, expansion, and wealth creation. It's not about waiting for opportunities, it's about creating them. So there you have it, from history and location to savings culture, community networks, and pure mindset. The Kikuyu formula for business success is a mix of factors that work together over generations. Now, while these traits are strongly associated with the Kikuyu, the truth is that anyone, from any community, can adopt them. Persistence, smart investing, networking, and thinking long-term, these are universal principles. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and tell me in the comments, which other Kenyan community's business story should we explore next?